When one of your loved ones, someone that you love, passes away and leaves a home for you, you need to know all these important things that we're gonna lay out for you here.
Now, we understand losing someone we love is hard. I'm still getting over it myself. But when a home is left behind, there are decisions to be made and it can be overwhelming. So it's not just the emotions of it, it's also big decisions of what we have to do practically. So that is what we're going to question. And it's not do you sell it, rent it, keep it. All of those things are important, but there's also bills, taxes, and all of these things that add up. So what we're going to do is going to talk about 7 questions to really ask so you can kind of figure it out. And then maybe if you want to talk about it, you don't have to figure it out alone. But we put these 7 important things to think about when you've inherited a home.
Exactly. Therefore, the first question that might pop up in your mind is, do I have to sell this house? And the very quick answer is no, but you don't have to sell the house right away, but you actually have a few options to take. First, you can live in it as your main home or as a second home that you have. Maybe you already own your own home. Rent it out. Second thing is you can rent it out for extra income if you wanted to do that, or sell it and share the money with the others. That's kind of another scenario, or buy out the family members if they also inherited that homes.
What's the key you have to do though? Because you have to find out what do you have to do? If this house has a mortgage on it, the first thing we need to do is contact that lender. But you need to figure out how it's going to be paid off. What we're going to have to do is refinance it.
Exactly.
Also, be talking to your probate attorney, talk to a financial advisor, help yourself figure out the best thing you have to do with this home. Exactly. The second question is going to be, will anyone stay in the house when this question is being overwhelmed? Sometimes family does want to stay in this home. Other times, yes. Other times, no. And other times, no one can. Sometimes they can. So the question is the home safe and ready to be lived in? Because not all of them are. Will it be empty for a while? Will someone live there and just use it to show buyers, or is someone going to move in and stay there permanently? Should you leave furniture to keep it nice looking for selling, or is that furniture things people want? So if no one is planning to move in or nobody's planning to move out, you need to make a plan to protect the home and keep it in good shape for whatever your next plans are. So you have to keep that place in mind.
Exactly, which brings us to the third question that you might have in your mind, and that question is, how much will it cost for you to keep that house? Empty homes will cost money, of course. Why? Because you owe, for example, property taxes or the maintenance. If the human being doesn't leave, it actually goes bad. Therefore, the things that you need to be responsible, that how much costs for you to keep that home, as I said, first is going to be property tax. Second is going to be homeowners insurance. Definitely, if you have a mortgage, the bank always wanted a homeowners insurance. Then is going to be utility bill if it's connected, definitely water, sewer, electric, gas, and of course the maintenance around the house that need to keep it in a good shape. And if in that area that house is located, there is a HOA or homeowners association. And this is what you need to ask a real estate agent, that how long home like this usually take to sell. And this way you know how long you will covering all those costs that I already told you in here.
The next one is, who's going to help you through this? A real estate agent is going to make the process so much easier. They're going to tell you how much the home is worth. They're going to help you they're going to explain what the repairs are, the cleaning, the staging. If you need a lawyer, we can tell you which lawyers to go to. We can point out tax professionals, but those people you can have on your own. You should kind of have those people on your own. We can tell you about it, but make sure everybody is on board. And sometimes having an outside voice be the one that's talking to people about this home makes more people talk, especially in families that don't always want to talk. So make sure that everybody is involved in the selling of this home. And it's not just personal time. We are talking about the sale of a home, if that's one. So I would say make sure you find someone who is honest, knows what they're doing, and kind, because this is a delicate situation and we want to make sure all the pieces are working together.
Exactly. Also, what needs to be done before selling your home or you move into your home. Of course, there are things that you need to be done. For example, if there's a repair needed, or painting, or deep cleaning, or decluttering, the house is not in good shape, it's not clean. And if you wanted to sell the home, definitely staging a home to bring more home buyers to look at the house, and they know that they can imagine themselves and their family in the home is very important. And as my wife said, you need to connect with that real estate agent professionals to know what to need to be done to help you with that.
Another thing, number 6, is are there any debts or bills that are tied to this home that maybe you didn't know about? So even if this home is left to you in a will and a trust and you want to live in there might still be some debts other than that mortgage. The mortgage, of course, is the first one, but there could be unpaid property taxes. We have to look this up. Did this person have a reverse mortgage? A reverse mortgage is very different from a mortgage. It means that pretty much that the bank is going to be looking to sell this home right away, or they get paid what they are owed. Past due utility bills, liens or legal judgments against the property in and of itself. So you're going to need a probate attorney, a financial expert, or even a real estate professional to look at things, because not everything is going to be easy. I've had one client have an IRS debt on their home. So you want to make sure everything can be handled accordingly.
Exactly. And the next question is, will you have to pay property taxes or taxes on this home? Yes. And sometimes you might need to deal with that. For example, we have capital gain taxes. If you sell more than what it was when it's inherited, that's going to apply from the government. Capital gain tax, estate tax also, if the estate is really large, and of course property tax, but we already said it a couple of times in this video that comes with the ownership. And definitely you need to talk to the tax professionals in this case, or a CPA, to understand what it applies to your case when you're owning or inheriting that home. Okay,
the hardest part is, what about the memories the person will do? The urns, I've seen this many times. This part is typically the hardest part, because there's a lot of memories, a lot of belongings, there's a lot of, people who have been put into an urn. We have to take our time and decide what is going to be used and what is going where. Leaving it for the new owner is always not a good situation. So we want to decide to keep it, share, donate what you're going. Maybe these family photos are important. Take photos of the rooms and the items that mean a lot to you, because if things get emotional, bring in someone neutral to really help you decide, or kind of give people some grace. I'm not saying that has to be a real estate agent, it can be a friend, but you want to make sure that everybody has time to process. There's no right or way to wrong or to do this. I can speak from my own experience. It's very, very hard when somebody is not with us anymore, and that is all we're really kind of focused on. And at the end of the day, it's not about the real estate, it's not about the home, it's about your family, your memories, and of course this is a life change where it has to be there. So we do have a guide that we've created to help you walk you through to really kind of consider this. You can have it in print, and if you have any questions, my husband and I are real estate agents, and we are definitely here to help you, but we always try to be patient and kind, especially in this situation. So that is what I want to add.
Exactly. Don't forget to watch all of our playlists here, and don't forget to subscribe in our channel to support us, and see you next time. We'd love to connect with you. Victoria Pinder.